Hello. Have you ever in your life looked in the mirror and thought, oh dear God, how much further could I have been if only I'd understood that I was autistic and what to do about it? Have you ever sat there and looked at your family and thought, how can I support them better, and how can I stop being so completely wiped out? How can I get and manage my energy in a more effective way so that I don't end up falling into shutdown or meltdown? How can I be the person I'm born to be, and how can I stop wearing this mask so that I have to feel I have to fit in? If you've ever wondered any of those things, then you're not alone. My name is Sarah Jane Critchley. I spent 10 years as Programme Manager of the Autism Education Trust, and in that role I was really privileged to work with some of the best people with really in-depth understanding of autism from a theoretical and a practical point of view, and one of the joys of my life was that I met so many amazing autistic women. I met people like the amazing Catriona Stewart, who set up the Scottish Women's Autism Network. I met the phenomenal Lana Grant, who was a trainer for the AET training programme that reached over 207,000 people, and is also a birth doula and now an independent consultant. I met and now work for the wonderful Robin Stewart, who's a musician and a researcher and has contributed to the understanding of autism and women and periods and how menstruation affects autistic women differently. I've worked with so many phenomenal people. The fantastic Vanessa Bobb, who's set up a company, a community interest company called A Second Voice, which is to help people locally in the black and minority ethnic groups understand autism better and to be able to liberate and uncover their gifts. And I've grown to love and respect and deeply honour the autistic women I've had the chance to work with. And that's been a huge joy in my life. But I have another reason for that joy. So I'm part of a neurodiverse family. We have a whole range of different conditions in our family. We're a complicated mix of bits and pieces of autism and ADHD and dyspraxia, dyslexia, you name it, we've got various different bits of it. Kind of like playing disability bingo, really. And the thing that has made me utterly passionate, and the reason I want to help you today, is that I also have an autistic daughter. I talk to parents of autistic girls. I talk to autistic women, and I'm the coach for autistic women as well as other neurodiverse people. And I'm utterly passionate about helping them to develop. When I look at my little girl, who was phenomenal, she was absolutely delightful as a little toddler, but never really fitted in and really struggled, and we didn't realise how much she was struggling. And she was very late diagnosed. It took her until she was 16 to be diagnosed with autism, having already picked up a few little labels along the way. She was diagnosed with dyspraxia at the age of 3, with ADHD at the age of 7, and finally with autism at the age of 16. But the thing that caused her the most problem, catastrophic problems, was the fact that her stress, her anxiety, and the fact that she wasn't adequately supported at school, despite our best efforts at the time, was that she had catastrophic migraines. We didn't even know they were migraines when she was tiny. She had stomach migraines since she was in about year 3, and they got progressively worse and worse. And it wasn't until we understood that she was autistic and we began to start putting in place some of the tips and strategies and working out a different way for her to be phenomenal, that she really came into her own. And now she's amazing. She's managed to, having been homeschooled and having to do her schooling at home on her computer with a cat in her lap, she's now going out to the local FE college and doing an access to higher ed course. She's been offered a place at university. It's phenomenal, it's wonderful. And I want you to be able to have that sort of experience, that sort of progression for members of your family. Is it always straightforward? Hell no, of course not. Life's not like that. If you think there's a quick fix, there is no quick fix. If you think there's a pill to take, there is no pill to take. And actually, if you did, it would reduce your capacity, it would change the person you are, and that would not serve the world. We need your gifts. We need you to be more you so that you can help bring them to the fore. So what would you actually learn? I'm talking to you today about a mastermind that I'm about to launch. It's called Autistic Women Unleashed. And what you'll learn in part of the mastermind is you'll have the opportunity to be with autistic women, or those who identify themselves as autistic. You don't have to have a diagnosis. I fully understand it's incredibly difficult to get one. But if you feel in your heart of hearts you're autistic, you're welcome to our tribe. Come in, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and we'll support you, because that's what we're here to do. So I want to talk to you just a little bit about why you should come along. What's in it for you? Why is it really important that you do this? Well, if you've ever struggled, you've had a year, maybe last year, that didn't quite go the way you planned, there have been things that were okay, maybe things you're amazing at and they've been really phenomenal, but there are other areas where you've really struggled. There's something really powerful about understanding where you want to go to this year and planning that, building on your strengths, understanding what those strengths are and what you can contribute, and doing that for the first time maybe. That's amazing. So you'll learn how to do that. You'll also get real clarity on where you want to be, because you can't move in that direction until you're really clear about what it is. So that's the first thing. You'll understand why diagnosis is quite difficult sometimes for autistic women, and maybe about how to have that conversation as well. So how you would describe that in a way that leaves you feeling strong, because you are phenomenal. One of the things that we'll go through is about what your particular strengths are, to unwrap those, to share those, work out what your gifts are and to unfurl them into the world so you can bring them out to the fore and be proud, be happy, be joyful about it. Because actually we need you, and we need you to be the best version of you that you can be. The world's in a really difficult place right now. It's time to step up. So let's do it together. I wanted you to understand how to make the best use of your limited energy. If you're autistic, you will struggle with lots of things that are happening out there. So there is something really powerful about knowing how to manage your energy effectively, how to manage your sensory profile, how to be out there in the world and then know how to recharge, and what that means for you, because your version of that will be different to everyone else's. Everyone is totally different. So it's about understanding what that is for you and really rocking it. Once you know it, you can do it, and I can help you to find that. The other thing that we'll be doing is you will get to be the beginning of a movement of amazing autistic women. We are at the forefront of that. You don't need to ever feel alone again. There are amazing women out there who can support you. You can support them, and I can help you to achieve that. So be part of this group. You will regret it if you're not in it. How could you possibly miss out on that? It will be phenomenal. In order to go from where you are right now to where you want to be in the future, you're going to need help. You're probably going to pay somebody else to do it, or you're going to struggle and try and do it on your own. You may do that with people who have got different skills and experience. You may do that with people who don't care about autistic people in the way that I do. You may do that with people who haven't written a book called A Different Joy, The Parent's Guide to Living Better with Autism, Dyslexia, ADHD and more. I wrote that for parents. If you're a parent, I wrote that for you. If you're a grandparent, I wrote that for you, so you can support your family better. I've also been part of the Autistic Girls Forum, and we wrote this amazing book. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's got contributions from over 32 different people, including the lovely girls from Limpsfield Grange and Tina Ray, who's autistic, who talks about well-being. Lots of amazing contributors who are autistic in here as well, and the delightful Talia Grant and Carrie Grant from The One Show. And I've also written with my daughter a chapter in the Educating Girls on the Autism Spectrum about our experience of going through education, about the difference that a little bit of help could have made. So I really know what I'm talking about. I want you to come on that journey, and I want you to have me on your team so that I can help you unfurl your gifts to the world. It's really important that we do that right now. You are needed. So if you want to improve your life, if you want tomorrow to be different today, if you want tomorrow to be better than today, if you want to unfurl your joy and to own that and to come forth and finally unleash the amazing person you can be, you need to be part of this group, and you need to sign up right now. This is limited opportunity. There are a limited number of places available and it's only for a specific time. There'll also be some lovely bonuses, but you'll need to go onto the order page to find that. So click the link below right now and come along and join me on the Autistic Woman Unleashed. I can't wait to see you there. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.